welcome our dear viewers on Elevate Voice TV, amplifying voices, inspiring the world. We are here with another edition of the Sports Wrap-Up Show, and today I'm so glad to have my brother here. We are so sorry we have not had our brother Stuart Icons UG. We are so sorry for that, but next time he will be with us. I'm humbled to have my brother here. Let him introduce himself before we go further.
Yes, friends, you are welcome. You are most welcome. My name is Akyiiza Senior. I am here for the sports wrap-up on this Elevate Voice TV. We are very happy and delighted to have you this time. Be blessed as you enjoy our show.
All right, thank you so much for coming. We welcome you. Feel at home. This is Elevate Voice TV, amplifying voices, inspiring the world. So we come with our sports wrap-up show for this week, and we are here to give you not only football, because football is part of sport, but all other sports in the world that we shall see results, we shall see transfers. First of all, we shall be having our local sports news in the country, on the country level. Then we shall cross over to the international scene and give you news that are taking place, that are happening, that have happened, and the news to come. Thank you so much. Now, to begin with the local news in Uganda, we are having the Katriko League, that is the Kabale Trinity College. We are having that league this weekend, and I remember we had a guest last weekend, Omsidi, who was with us at Elevate Voice TV. He was here explaining to us how Omsidi FC, how the Katriko League came into existence, telling us about its goodness, its benefits, and so whatever. So we are here and we are heading to the match day 4, which is going to take place this weekend and specifically on Sunday. And we have been seeing the camps, the teams are ready. We are seeing all genders represented. We have seen ladies being represented, and they are going to be doing a very great job in this league. And the main aim of this league is to preserve, to identify the young and the young talents among the Ugandans, among the students, which are hidden, because we see most of the talents are hidden. And one of the aims that we have to do as Ugandans is to promote our sports here in Uganda, not only to run to the foreign countries and give you whatever you may like, but to first promote our sport, because it is the one that is helping us. Most people are earning from sport. We are seeing referees, these match officials, they are earning a lot out of the local sport. So we have to first promote our own local sports so that we can go to others. Mr. Akyiiza, I don't know if you have something to say about the Katriko League.
Not much, but really it's an interesting league. I also know about it, but I also know just one team, Omsidi FC. Those guys, I one time trained with them. They are good guys, meaning that the whole league is having a vibe. So do not miss it this weekend.
This weekend on Sunday.
Yeah. For those who can afford going there, please do. That's all.
All right. So just watch out for those matches. They are going to be taking place at Zambia. So for those who can afford to go to Zambia this weekend on Sunday, just move and go and watch the Katriko League, your own league, and it will be interesting. It will have to be an interesting weekend for you. So we move away from the Katriko League. We go to the national scene, where we shall have the Uganda Premier League. And we are going to talk about, we see how the table standings are. We shall be seeing the matches. We have not had the Uganda Premier League this week, but we are going to have the Uganda Premier League this coming week, starting from probably Tuesday. On Tuesday we are going to experience some matches. Akyiiza can give us a highlight on some of the matches that will be taking place in this coming week.
Yes, all right. Our Uganda Premier League, or Star Times Uganda Premier League, is back this week. The second leg, We have just finished the first leg. We are now moving on to the second leg. Here are the fixtures. We are starting on Tuesday. Wakiso Giants is taking versus Villa on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Vipers is taking on URA, the tax collectors. Oh my God, we can't wait for this game. It's also on Tuesday, 11th February at 7 p.m. We have Lugazi versus Police. Now this game is on Wednesday, 12th February, starting at 4 p.m. Oh my God, I cannot miss watching these games because the second leg is here for us all. Please do not miss this. Maroons is taking on Bright Stars on Wednesday, 12th February at 4 p.m. Express versus Bull also on Wednesday. It's taking place at 7 p.m. UPDF is taking on Chitara FC on Thursday. Mbale Heroes versus Mbarara State still on Thursday. NEC versus KCCA FC. Please, you do not have to miss this exciting week because the second leg is here for us.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Akyiiza. So we are seeing in this match day week, of course, it is match day 16
Yes.
of the 30 games that are played in the Uganda Premier League. So
Alright.
we want to see one of the main games that we shall be having this weekend, and of which we have Vipers versus URA. And we see Vipers, the table contenders. They are on the table with 34 points, and we are seeing URA in the 5th position with 24 points, and your Vipers is 1 point ahead of NEC. We are seeing NEC having we can call it, it might not be a serious fixture that it is having, but it is a serious one. It is having KCCA.
Yes,
it is having KCCA. It is on Thursday, 13th of Feb. So we are seeing, we shall be seeing some ties among these teams, and each of the teams has to work hard to see that they work hard for the betterment, to earn points, because KCCA is also not far. It is having 27 points, and it is just NEC is above KCCA by 6 points. So we are seeing a very big tie within the first 5 teams here in the Uganda Premier League. It is a very big tie. So Vipers will have to work hard to have this win against URA in order to compete for this for this title in Uganda. I don't know if you have something to say about this game.
Of course, all teams have prepared for the second leg of this league. I think they will have to show up, they will have to come up with the energy. But probably there are teams that we know that they are on form, like Vipers. They are really doing great, but soccer is soccer. I expect a goal in Vipers game, but Vipers winning, it being on Chitende. This game I see Vipers still leading the table. I don't expect a change on the table leaders. Maybe if NEC also win on Thursday, still there will be Vipers will be 1 point ahead of NEC because there is this guy Aaron Okero. He's doing great in Uganda Premier League on the national team also. I think Vipers, you have to win this game. And for the Wakiso Giants and Villa, we really don't know what happened on Villa. They are not promising, but they are also doing great because for the soccer you expect anything. You expect anything in soccer, but I also see a draw in this game for Wakiso Giants and Villa, being a second leg. And Wakiso Giants, they are home. I expect a win from them.
So we have a game also between Mbarara City and Mbale Heroes, and Mbarara City lost a game last weekend and it was beaten 2-0 by KCCA. So I don't know if they are taking this advantage of this coming weekend, this coming fixture, if because we see here Mbarara City will also still be away, will be away. Yes,
Yes.
and it will be taking on Mbale Heroes, which is in the last position in the relegation zone, and Imbara City is just ahead of the relegation by by one position. So I don't know if Imbara City will have to come up and see that it gets a win, although it is away against Mbale Heroes, and it has to take this advantage.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Uh,
that is it. I don't know. Can you say
yes,
something?
on Mbara City, this Mbara City always wins when it is home. I don't know what happened on Mbara City when it's away, but these guys will come with confidence, knowing that Mbale Heroes, they are in their last position. Mbara City will use that chance. I don't think it will win because it's away, but I also give it a X2. I got Mbara City anyway, in short.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we see another game here between Express and Bull. It is also a big game, and we see Express had a win last weekend, but Bull got a loss last weekend, and we see we see Express last weekend getting 2-0 against UPDF. But Bull, on the other hand, got a loss last weekend. I don't know if how do you see this game? How is it going to happen?
Express versus Bull, right?
Yeah.
Her. Oh my God. These guys of Express, they also have a nice football, but
Remember,
Bull.
they are in the 4th position and Bull is in the 9th position.
Yes, but Bull these days, there is a way how these guys can defend you, and you cannot even imagine. They were on form, I think, 2 years back in Super 8 League. You know about that league? I think they were even on table. They had a good position in the last season, but for this game, Express being home, I can't say that they are bad, but since they are home, and I have to give them a credit this time round. They are winning. I see Express winning Bull. I give it a win.
All right, thank you. But still on that one, we see Bull having 20 points, equalizing with Villa, and leaving other factors constant. If I told Villa and Chitara don't win, because Chitara is at 21 points, then Villa is at 20 points. If at all Bull gets a win, and that it should be a must win, because it will have jumped 2 positions to be on the same points with Chitara, with at least Chitara. If at all they all don't win, to get the 22 points, it will be even on the 22 points if it gets a win. So it will have to work hard to get the 3 points so that it can jump these 2 positions in case Chitara and Villa don't win. So thank you so much, our dear viewers. We go away from the Uganda Premier League and we go to the Nations League, to the Nations Cup netball, and we came here last weekend and told you about the netball nations team that is in England. We have our Uganda team that went to England for those games, and we told you we have Malawi, we have England, we have South Africa, and Uganda ourselves. Those games we told you they began last weekend, and we told you about the fixtures that we are going to take place, and we had the first fixture between South Africa and Uganda, whereby South Africa defeated Uganda by 70 points and Uganda having 45 points. This was a very serious crash. Remember, Uganda also had faced South Africa in the netball championship 2025 in Uganda, in Africa, last month, but won, and South Africa won Uganda, and here they come to meet again in the England, in the Netball Nations Cup, and again defeated Greece. That was the first game last weekend on Saturday, and we came to the second match, which was between England and Malawi, where England won 62 points by 36. That was the second game that was taking place. Then we see on day 2 where we had Malawi versus Uganda. Still, we see an unfortunate happening to Uganda. Our team being defeated by Malawi on 59 points by 45 for Uganda. That was the day 2, and we also had another game at 4 p.m. between England and South Africa, where we had South Africa defeating England on 61 points by 59. So that was day 2. So we see day 3, which is going to take place tomorrow, where we are going to have matches beginning at 3 p.m. where we shall have Malawi versus South Africa at exactly 3 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, 8th of February. Then we shall see another game at 5 p.m. in the evening between England and Uganda. All these times are in East African times, and this will be on Sunday for day 3. Then we are having day 4 where we shall have playoffs and finals. This championship is going to end this weekend, and it started just last weekend. So we shall have a playoff at 1 p.m. Where we shall have the third team playing the fourth in the playoffs at exactly 1 p.m. On Sunday, and we shall have the finals on at exactly 4 p.m. between the first and the second. So that is what we have for you in the world of netball, and we wish Uganda the best. Although we don't have any win in this championship, but we pray for the best of our team. Let's pray for them. Hard work. So we are so happy and glad to have you in this session of the local sport on Elevate Voice TV, amplifying voices, inspiring the world. We are going for a short commercial break, and when we return, we shall come with a lot of international news, where we have our aspect did you know facts in our sports wrap-up show on Elevate Voice TV. Don't touch your dial. We are coming back after this short break. Thank you. Welcome back, our dear viewers, from that short commercial break, and we are coming back with our sports wrap-up show. We bring you now international news. Now we come with our aspects, our did you know facts in the world of sports, not only football, because football is just part of sports. And we come here with our fun fact that did you know the biggest tennis match in history lasted for 11 hours and 5 minutes. This game was played in Wimbledon in 2010. Thank you so much. And it was played around for 3 days. Yes, thank you so much. Now we go direct to the results. We have our main leagues that we are going to talk about, and we are going to start with the English Premier League, where we had games last weekend. So let's give you the results. Let my brother pass through the results briefly, then we wrap up the show and see what happens.
Yes, here are the results of the last weekend for Premier League. I know viewers out there, most of you guys like English Premier League. Here are the results. We had the early kickoff on weekend last Saturday, Nottingham Forest versus Brighton. We saw Nottingham Forest doing, they call it hammering, I think.
It was a revenge.
Yeah, it was revenging 7-0 Brighton, getting a nil, and
not total discipline.
Yes, they disciplined them. We saw Chris Wood in this game scoring a hat-trick. He is among the top scorers now, with 17 goals. I think this was the highest score of the weekend. And then Newcastle United came up in the evening at 6 p.m. and it was defeated by Fulham with a 2-1 defeat. Newcastle has been having form, but for this weekend, for the last weekend, it was showed that it can also get defeated. So Fulham 1-1. Everton also hammered Leicester City 4-0. This Ruud van Nistelrooy is still suffering in Leicester City.
Yeah.
Another game, Ipswich Town was also defeated by Southampton. Southampton won 2-1. Southampton is in the last position. I think now it's having 9 points. Bournemouth came with Liverpool, and Liverpool being on form. Liverpool won 2-0. Then Wolves also won Aston Villa 2-0.
It was a very good win, by the way.
Yes, it was a good win for these guys, the Wolves guys. Then on Sunday, still in the English Premier League, now Man United was again put on fire. It was again put on fire. Crystal Palace defeated Man United 2-0. Tottenham Hotspurs got a win. Spurs won 2-0. Then we also saw a very big game on Sunday. Arsenal defeating Manchester City 5-1. It was a powerful game. We saw wonderful performances from various players. Then the last game on Monday, Chelsea won 2-1, winning West Ham. It was a London derby. Now, according
maybe
to
let's talk about the Arsenal Man City game. Yes. How did you see that game, Mr. Akyiiza?
This game, I can't say that Arsenal was lucky or Man City was not lucky, but soccer is soccer. Everything can happen in football, but I think the guys of Arsenal had a pace. Mikel Arteta knew that he came to pray with his teacher, so he used all the tactics.
All the tactics that he has got.
He had all the tactics, and then defeated his teacher. But we see Pep Guardiola really in this match. I don't know what happened. These guys tried to pray to pass their ball as we know them, but everything was turned down by Arsenal. They used counterattacks. We know Arsenal as a team that can pass the ball, but now this time around they were using counterattacks, and Man City was put down with a 5-1.
Actually, one of the issues that I was not expecting Arteta to do was to position Thomas Partey in the right back, and which he did very well. He was just positioned in the midfield, and he just dominated the whole Man City midfield, and it didn't help anything in the match. And he was such a guy who possessed the ball in the Arsenal midfield, and it's what caused a very good win for Arsenal in that match.
Yeah, alright. Then another match you have to talk about is Nottingham hammering Brighton.
Yeah, it was also a very good win from Nottingham. Remember, it had got a very serious clash the other weekend from Bournemouth, I think. Yeah, so it got a very, very, very serious loss the other weekend, and so Nottingham came this weekend knowing that it has to revenge with a total of 7-0, and now sitting in the third position below Arsenal, which has 50 points above Nottingham by only 3 points.
Yeah, really, these guys of Nottingham Forest, they are doing great, but I always like football. I like soccer. I remember in the last leg, Brighton also hammered Bournemouth 5-0. Then Bournemouth came and hammered Nottingham 5-0. Now the revenge was put on Brighton 7-0.
Let's wait for this weekend, because it has been drama throughout those past weekends.
Yes.
Let's wait for this week where we shall have various matches, as we shall be putting a touch into them. We bring you the Premier League table now, where we have Liverpool in the first position with 56 points, and we have Arsenal in the second position with 50 points. Liverpool is ahead of Arsenal by only 6 points. Remember, Liverpool has a game in hand of Everton, and it is going to play it on Wednesday. So we have Nottingham Forest in the third position with 47 points. We have Chelsea with 43 points. Have Man City with 41 points. Have Newcastle also with 41 points. Bournemouth 40 points. Aston Villa 37 points. And in the relegation zone, we have Leicester City with 17 points in the 18th position. Have Ipswich Town in the 19th position with 16 points. We have Southampton in the 20th position with only 9 points. Yeah, that is the Premier League. So I think we can talk about the Spanish La Liga, then we proceed.
Yeah, Spanish La Liga match day 23. It also happened last weekend. Real Vallecano. Oh, sorry. Match day 22. Spanish La Liga last weekend. Leganes with Real Vallecano. Real Vallecano 1-0. Getafe and Sevilla 0-0. Villarreal defeated Valladolid 5-1. Atletico Madrid defeated Mallorca 2-0. Espanyol 1 Madrid 1-0. Barcelona defeated Alves 1-0. Valencia and Celta Vigo. It ended 2-1 win in favor of Valencia. Osasuna 1, Real Sociedad 2-1. Then Real Betis and Athletic Club Bilbao 2-2. Then Girona and Las Palmas, it ended 2-1 in favor of Girona.
So we give you the table of the Spanish La Liga Santander, where we have Real Madrid in the first position with 49 points. We have Atletico Madrid in the second position with 48 points. We have Barcelona in the third position with 45 points. Athletic Club in the fourth position with 41 points. Then Villarreal in the fifth position with 37 points. We see the relegation zone where we have Alves in the 18th position with 21 points, Valencia in the 19th position with 19 points, then Valladolid in the 20th position with 15 points, and we are going to match day 23. Thank you so much. We go now straight to the transfer news, where we had the transfer window ending this week, at the beginning of this week, and we saw various clubs signing various players from different teams from across other leagues, and we saw other teams not having signed any player from other teams, and we saw Man City signing various players from different leagues. We saw Abdul Khalid Kusanov coming in Man City. We saw Omama Mosh coming in also. Brother Akyiiza, I think you can talk about simple transfers, then we'll proceed.
Yeah, in this week we had transfers, especially we shall talk about English Premier League. They have already told you about the transfers of Man City. We saw Manchester United also signing two signings. Eden Heaven from Arsenal. Then Patrick Dogu. I think Amorim has been yearning for this guy, and finally he's here. Let's wait for his impact on the club. We saw Aston Villa also signing Marcus Rashford. Of course, we know that he has been having some grudges with the coach, but now finally he has gone to Aston Villa on loan. Maybe if you have other transfers.
We saw the impossible transfer news where Crystal Palace couldn't sign couldn't release Mark Gehi to leave the club. We saw Rashford Marcus leaving Manchester United to Aston Villa. We saw Fulham Silver releasing Maloney Reunion from Fulham transfer to Wigan Athletic. So we saw Bournemouth. We bring to you now the football awards that we had this week, where we have Bournemouth winning itself treble awards for this month, and we are having Iraola as the manager of the month. We are having the goal of the month taken by Kluivert from Bournemouth, and we are seeing the save of the month taken by Martin Dubravka from Newcastle. Anything to say about that?
I think Bournemouth, they have done what is good, because we see they are having a treble in these awards, and we hope for the best in this second leg.
Okay, thank you so much, our brother, for that update, and we come to the end of our Elevate Voice Sports Wrap-Up Show for this week. We are so humbled. For any assistance and betting tips, you can reach us at our social media handles at Elevate Voice TV, amplifying voices, inspiring the world. We are so humbled for having you on this sports wrap-up show. Remember, we are having the FA this weekend where matches are going to begin today. We are seeing Manchester United playing today at around 10:30 p.m. where it is playing, and Leicester City and Manchester United is home, and other games are going to proceed during this weekend and the coming week. So stay there and give visit Elevate Voice TV at our social media handles at YouTube, WhatsApp, and Twitter for all betting tips. You shall be provided with them. Thank you so much for having us, and next time we hope to have you the same. Subscribe, comment, and like our videos on those social media handles. You will like them and you will not remain the same. Thank you so much. Let's have you in the next episode of the Elevate Voice Sports Wrap-Up Show. Thank you so much. Stay blessed.